Ooh. All right.
All right.
Oh, welcome. We were just having some fun, talking about some wild ideas that we're not going to talk about
Deelos
on the podcast. So just don't be surprised if we're manufacturing some office
equipment
soon, or chairs
that will help an entire generation of folk.
Okay. All right. It's happy hour number 12. 12. We need a counter.
Yeah.
For goodness sake.
Can we put one up here? Just like
Who's in charge of this place? We need a counter.
I don't know. Who's the owner? I'm gonna write a letter.
I've got some notes. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Should we put like the big sign?
I think the shield
or
would look
just
good.
the shield,
like a neon light kind of thing. You know?
Everybody does a neon light though.
Yeah. Well, it could say something like "open for business" or something.
It's not like we're not. I don't know. Maybe it could work.
Or it could say "Arsenal Live."
It's pretty well. Or happy hour. That doesn't make any sense, Matt. The name of the show is Happy Hour. Why would the sign match?
Yeah, that's a dumb idea.
Stupid.
Who invited this guy?
Oh my gosh. All right, so we are going to start off with what? We're going to do the business development rep highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Deelo's back.
Back. Round 2.
Back. Man, you've been doing some damage.
He's slowly becoming the Terminator.
Just a little bit.
And just before we get to it, we are not sponsored by Red Bull or Coca-Cola. I just have been opening drinks and not finishing them throughout the day.
Good table time.
And it's a really big pet peeve of mine, so I'm going to try to finish them.
That's fair.
When I was growing up, I got in trouble for opening stuff up and just drinking half of it, throwing it away.
Laura.
No, it was more of probably my dad.
Oh, Dan. Yeah. I used to get in trouble for eating things messily and in the car. Like you have the crackers or the chips. I would take a bite and crumbs would get everywhere. My stepdad used to call me Crumb Boy. Like I'm not joking.
You'd have the dad
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
he would get so mad because he'd be driving me back home to my mom's and I have peanut butter crackers in the car. Every time I get out, the next time I'd see him, he'd be like, "Dude, how many times I got to tell you?" And he'd walk me through the process of eating a cracker, how to eat it the right way.
That's why you're so neat when you eat now.
It actually is. If you've noticed,
I've
when
noticed
I eat the crackers here, I do the stuff that he was telling me to do because I feel like everyone's staring at me because he made so much fun of me as a child. Crumb Boy.
What
That's
else?
a solid name.
Director of Sales, Crumb Boy.
Crumb Boy.
Help.
People are saying.
People did talking.
I got in trouble one time, and I didn't really think this was a problem. But one time I was staying at my grandparents' house, and I remember it very vividly. We were blowing bubbles in our milk, and it really pissed my grandpa off. He he was going through the kitchen and left the room, and I think registered and processed what was happening and backtracked into the kitchen and told us, "Knock it off." I was like, "Just blowing bubbles. Just bubbles in the milk."
Was that it, or was there a follow up
No, there was
whooping or something?
No.
I used to get spanked as a child.
Well, we did not want to get spanked.
I don't think anybody wants.
He
to.
would not have had
timeout,
trouble.
It just
Speaking of
happens.
guys who like getting spanked, no, I'm just teasing. No, we didn't want to make him mad. So the bubbles stopped immediately. Grandpa said, "Knock it off." You knocked it off. Yeah.
What part of this podcast?
We were talking
did I
about
just come
drinks and
into?
stuff, and
And a manufacturing company that we're thinking of opening. There's been a lot happening.
Can I share something with you guys?
Sure.
I just got off one of the best interviews I've ever had with an intern. Period. She's a D1 soccer player at Missouri State, and there's a question that we get to. I think it's 8 or 9. And it's, what are you passionate about?
Hey.
And she goes, I'm passionate about winning. She goes, no matter what I do, school, homework, tests, soccer, points, goals, assists, I'm passionate about winning. And so then I doubled down and I asked her what drives her more, loving to win or hating to lose.
Yeah.
She goes, hating to lose. That's why I love
That's
winning
the
so
answer.
much.
It's the right answer. Yeah, every time.
No right answer. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. She's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always love saying it's all about winning. Money's just how we keep score.
You always
you
say
don't
that?
say that.
Yeah, you always say
Well,
that.
I say it.
Have you
but
seen The Office where Michael Scott says you miss 100% of the shots you never take?
Wayne
Michael
Gretzky.
Jordan or Wayne Gretzky,
Gretzky.
Yeah.
Michael Scott. Sam just did that with a TV show.
The Suits is the best show if you're in sales to watch. It's just so good. Harvey Specter's the man. I don't even remember the guy, the bad guy. He lights a $50,000 bond on fire.
Yeah.
Just goes, it's all about winning. I don't give a shit
I
about
would have
money.
snatched that and blown that out so fast.
Yeah.
He's like the villain in every movie.
You like lighting money on fire. I don't.
Yeah,
That's 50 G's, dude. I'm keeping that.
Yeah. Buy a nice Honda Accord.
We were talking about fun stuff or weird idea. How did we come up with poop chair?
That's the first time you've said it on the podcast,
I said it on
by
the
the way.
I'm gonna go buy it. now.
We're
gonna go buy
started
the
with IDs
domain
first.
poop chair.
Yeah, we're talking
It's
about
not a thing yet.
lunch. Like sometimes, like you just in the heat of the moment, you're selling, you forget to eat, and we had the idea of having an IV hanging up on the wall just all day, giving you the necessities so that you can continue on.
They have
but
liquid
then
ones
you would
now.
also
He's
need
hooked
to
up,
do
dude.
the other side of that equation. When it goes in, it's got to come out, and so you'd have to have a chair that you poop in, and then we
Poop
found
chair.
poopchair.com.
I can.
It's available to buy.
All right.
It's the best, dude.
So-
what do you do in it? What do you do? Do you need any kind of marketing?
It's a bidet. It's
No.
a bidet.
Tell me what it does. Well, poopchair.com.
It's a chair.
Cherry poop.
And it wipes.
Done. That is
This is where we're at.
you could
This
say-
is the podcast
Yeah,
for
you-
Friday. Okay. all right.
You can
how
sell
many how many could we sell?
Listen,
a lot.
Millions.
I scoff at this
I'll
conversation,
do
but
it.
I have something to add.
Okay.
I saw a news article today that Volkswagen produced an office chair. It's like a beta model office chair,
Uh-oh.
and it can go up to 12 miles an hour.
I saw that.
and it can drive you around.
You're gonna say if Jerry can move in.
I mean, I'm sure
We've been swindled.
I'm sure you could, but I mean, it's got Bluetooth. You can recline it. It's electric. You can scoot around the office. What? I mean, that's just as good.
I mean,
Yes, any chair's a poop chair. It's right.
yeah,
Hard enough.
Technically,
really have to
if you
try
try
that
hard
hard.
enough,
You don't have to
you
try that hard. It could be a poop chair if you,
could
want.
be. Apparently, with them, you could be pooping at 12 miles an hour while in that chair.
Damn,
captions
that's
on this
tough.
is
That's a,
crazy.
that's, a, that's a quick.
Have you
poop.
seen those videos of the Roomba that like runs over the dog crap and then it smears? That's what would happen. That's exactly what would happen.
Well, good.
You definitely need to hire a cleaning company at that point.
Anyone who has the captions on this is just going to see poop
Yeah, poop.
running through the captions.
Poop chair.
I
Okay.
want poopchair.com as well.
Today's episode.
Today's episode is sponsored by poopchair.com.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it's 4:50. People are gonna think we've been drinking all day. We haven't. We just
No.
cracked open a
This is the first one.
4:45 happy hour
Yeah.
beer. We were saying we were not sponsored by Coca-Cola or Red Bull.
Right.
We got into it because I said I'm like refusing to just throw it away because I would get in trouble for wasting drinks. So I'm just carrying around drinks with me,
That's-
pretending I'm gonna finish them.
It's like a thing.
Yeah.
It's like the girl with 4 drinks. She comes with a coffee, a water, an energy drink, or like a Powerade. It's like
Really?
Yeah, it's like a thing.
You should see my fiance's
Prepared.
bedside table.
Yep.
Like she has like 15 open things, and I have to clean it up every time.
Yep.
I'm like, just
clean
throw
clean.
it away.
It's nice. Anyway, Mike, should we start talking about you?
Might as well.
Should we go back to poop chairs?
Both topics
You don't
are
want to
great.
hear my answer.
Order of
Comparing me to
operation.
poop chairs.
Mike thought-
It's either me or the poop chair.
We haven't even made it to the SGRBDR spot
No.
yet. Jesus.
We've been having a lot of fun.
Mike's
on this
got notes
podcast
and
today.
stuff. He thought
Okay.
he was going to come in and be able to like talk about how great this
I was
is the
just here. I'm
episode.
just here.
Yeah.
This is your episode, dude.
So me and Matt kind of like game plan for these, and I was like, I have a ton of great content for today.
Yeah.
Great, awesome.
Yeah, for the first 10 minutes.
should
we're
have been
talking
here
about
on
poop
time.
chair.
I'm sorry.
All right, well then let's get into it. Mike, you are here because why?
He's on fire.
I
In Fuego, huh?
yeah, I got 2 accounts now that I'm working with. I'm allowed to say them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm working with Bulldog Cleaning down in Sarasota, Florida. Tyler Horn,
Shout out Tyler.
great guy,
Shout out
Tyler.
Tyler.
great
Yeah.
guy.
Tyler's
Answers
the
all
man.
the phone calls, is always engaged with me, and that's what I like as a BDR. You know, like guys who are always going to be engaged with you. And
So let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Tyler Horn 2 weeks ago. Thank you, Tyler, for leaving this review at Arsenal, says, I've been working with Arsenal for about a week now, and even early on, I'm blown away at the action and activity.
Yeah.
My rep, Michael Deelo, has scheduled multiple quotes or walkthroughs with buildings I've been trying to get a hold of on my own for months. He did it in a few days.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly excited at what a long-term relationship looks like with Arsenal.
Don't get no better than that.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
and how many meetings are you up to now? It's not even month end.
Yeah, I got 9 meetings in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
They,
Yeah, and talk about the proposals and the totals for them too so
yeah,
far.
the proposals, I kind of wrote it down, but I got it in my head now, you know?
Yeah.
2 condos, each like $36K annual recurring.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a
It's a steel trap, dude. Steel trap.
He goes, I got it remembered now. And then I see a Post-it note come up over the table. That's brilliant. That
was
couldn't
so
have been
good.
planned any better.
That was really funny.
so I
Steel
got
trap.
6 proposals off of 9 appointments, and he still has to go out to 1.
Hey, that's a good reason not to remember them all. You've got way too.
Yeah.
You've got
That-
too
that's
much.
fair.
Yeah, and
That's fair.
it was
2
all
weeks,
I got them
3
all in
weeks.
like one text message. He was like, "These are all the ones that are going out." I'm like,
And so what's the grand total up to for annual
It's-
recurring revenue?
$171,700 for annual
That's
recurring
awesome.
In 2
first
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks of working
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, and they're pretty big accounts too. A lot of them. I mean, you start off with 10,000 square feet, but we're going for heavy hitters. You know, like condos around the bay,
And what do you
Like-
mean by condos?
like just
They're like high rises, right?
yeah. They
Okay.
have they're maybe like 20, 30 stories high. You know, like just hallway cleanings and bathroom cleanings.
for some who are a little more Midwestern or not used to big city stuff, it's not like a little townhome or something
Right.
like that.
No,
You're
no,
going
no.
after.
Yeah, these are
It's
huge.
a big condo complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one of the biggest. And then there was one that we got out for, it was 1,000,000 square feet. I think it was like a condo complex. I don't know if you've been down to Brentwood Forest. There's like, it's kind of like that where it's more like segregated each one. But it's kind of the same thing where like they have separate hallways and this is what he wanted. So we're going out there and he proposed that one. That one was $48K annual recurring.
That's awesome.
And then we got a golf course. We got a little project going. We'll see how that goes. It's like a $500 project for the maintenance department. So we'll see if we can close that.
There you go.
And then we got 2 schools. One's 23 and one 28,000.
And is he flat rate or
He's rev share.
he's rev share? Dude,
Yeah.
unleash Deelo.
You
He's
gotta like
coming
that,
for some
man.
commission.
And that service master account, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a good push to like success. You know.
What was
Like,
what was the total of that the service master appointment? That might be one of the biggest.
Let's not give too many details
No.
because when you start getting this big, you can start reverse engineering where it's coming from. So let's do the square feet.
Yeah.
Square footage is 8 million. 8 million square feet.
How many?
Yeah. Leave it at that.
There's
That's
like a handful of buildings that are
That's a
probably that
lot
big.
of buildings.
Yeah.
Almost 100 buildings.
That's
Almost.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
And
great.
it was with a operations manager.
Yeah.
So I mean, he pretty much runs the whole district.
And how many do you have for Service Master corporate this month?
I think I have 7 or 8. I think it's 8. And then we have another one that I think Matt got another one for service master. So
And you've got one waiting, I think, right?
one waiting, yeah.
So
Yeah, I
probably
have to give
closer to 9 or 10.
yeah, but they're in Cali, so I got to give her a call back. And I mean, it's like 3:00 there. So
Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, Deelo stepped up at a time when that account needed it the most.
In a big way.
We had a few different folks on that account, and it was a tough one to crack. We put Deelo on it, and it's like he didn't know any of the history about any of that. He
Yeah.
just
It's a
started
lot.
setting a ton of appointments right away.
some people just got it, man.
Yeah, he's got it, man.
You are that guy.
I wouldn't say I'm that guy.
I was on a
I just want to make some Deelos. That's what I said in my interview, and I am going to tell everyone who's watching, who's a potential client, that I keep my word.
I was on a pitch.
So sick.
I was on a pitch earlier today across the room, and he picked up on what I was saying, talking about picking sales reps. And I'm sitting there telling him how you can pick somebody and set up interviews, and I just look up briefly, and out of my peripheral, he's sitting against the other wall, going like this,
Pick me.
like pick me. So
That's awesome.
he's hungry for more business, more clients.
I'm
So,
excited. I'm excited for what it has to offer. You know.
It's pretty easy to see it too because you're like a foot taller.
Yeah.
Then
At least.
every-
Yeah. Look at me in this chair. I'm like shifting around.
What kind of chair is that?
Poop chair. Definitely gonna be a poop chair. I have to keep shifting.
We could try it out with Deelo's chair.
Poop chairs are
Take
not
the
allowed.
back off there.
Poop chairs aren't allowed in the studio. Oh my gosh, I'm getting one of those.
Deelo is very tall, as you noted, and he was our pitcher last week in softball, and your height almost hurt you pretty bad on that one.
Oh no, but I was axe chopping at those balls that are way over my head.
You were crushing some softballs, but when you were pitching, he hit that line drive and it
Oh, yeah, I
skimmed
know.
to the top of your head.
Yeah, I can hear it whiz
And
by.
if you weren't so tall, it would have you would have been able to
That
just
thing
catch
would
it.
have. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay. Well, is this like a revenge tour? Like, it's kind of what it feels like. You said, "Hey, I'm going to do all this." You came back. You kept your word. You got all this business, or
See, I'm the
you
new
open
guy.
to working with some of the people who didn't originally jump on the opportunity.
Hey, I mean, they don't know what they're missing. You know.
I know.
So it's like, I mean, I'm a new guy, and you obviously got to prove your worth in any job,
Yeah.
and that's my ultimate goal. You know, is to prove what I can say, and what I say is my word. So I think it goes pretty far.
I'd say so. You're
And I'm
crushing
at
it,
like
dude.
17 appointments this month, I think. So
Partner opponents.
partner appointments, yeah,
How many Arsenal?
2.
Yeah,
Man, things were going good,
Where's
Mike.
my appointments, huh?
Things were going good, Mike. For those who don't know, if you don't have a full book of business with clients, you're supposed to
be
also
calling,
contribute to Arsenal sales.
Mike's put
Yeah.
a lot of his day into that Service Master account.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Yeah, you're right.
And there's he's
Just giving
pretty
him a hard
much full.
time.
But I'll tell you what, I'll point out one thing: if you keep doing $171,000 every 2 weeks, you're gonna have almost $4.5 million in revenue over the course of this year. So, just wanted to point that out.
That's a lot.
You're skyrocketing right now.
It's a good.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too, is I love the transparency. That's like the one thing I told Tyler, I was like, I would love to just hear your feedback. And every appointment I'm calling him, and every time he goes to an appointment, I'm always texting him or calling him back and making sure that like it went well, or what I need to do, things I need to change. And like I want him to read my notes when I'm sending my calls so that I know what to do different the next call I make. So
That's awesome.
seems like he's having a good time.
Well, good.
I'd say so.
Awesome. Well, any parting thoughts? Now that you got a little bit more money, dollars, appointments under your belt, why should someone go with you?
I mean, I've always been motivated to be the best person I am. But I'm always like, I don't know. I've always played a sport, right? So
Yeah.
it's always been a team thing. And never was a captain, but I've always feel like I've been a leader. But
Makes sense.
yeah, I am really good at communicating. I feel like if what's so funny, kid?
Nothing.
We're just teasing you.
No, I feel like I'm a great communicator, you know? So, I mean, I'm always going to be talking to you, making sure I'm doing better, making sure you're getting the appointments you want. And this is definitely something I feel is worth a lot.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, commend you, man. You're doing a fantastic job. You jumped into the Service Master account and you're calling
Yeah.
millions of square feet, right? Deals that were going up against much larger types of competition, longer sales cycles.
Right.
Everybody wants to talk to somebody that's got 8 million square feet. I mean,
Yeah.
just think about it. Even if you only charged $8 a square foot, it's an
Right.
$8 million a year job.
Oh, yeah, their budget was like 10K, 10 million.
You save 1% on the cost of that.
That's what I say
crazy.
every time. That's what I say every
Where
time.
did that
saving
pitch
millions.
come from? Huh?
Yeah, it came from Cam. Yeah,
Who thought of that pitch?
Day one, I even set my first appointment actually for Service Master on my first day, and that's exactly what I said. It was like saving 1% could be huge.
It's the zero sum pitch because they're so big. Even if you
Yeah.
save them half a percentage, it's worth it.
Yeah, those are whales.
It's awesome,
Yeah.
man. You're doing a great job. All right, well, feel free to stick around if you want to add a little color commentary.
Yeah,
We're hopping on to next
Yeah,
topic. What is it?
All right, next we have the sales development rundown with
Cam,
All right, Cam. What's
do
the,
the,
what's
do
the
the speed
development
round because I
rundown?
know you got to get out of here.
Sales development rundown. Well, I went down to SEMO this week. Worked with them a little bit. We weren't having the level of production we needed out of them. So we identified a couple of quick fixes that I think, if we stay on them about, could result in a lot of deals coming from SEMO. I think right now they're in the battlegrounds. They're working out of the HVAC markets, and we've got a couple of the top folks targeting some of our IT and roofing markets. We need to backfill, but we had a flurry of deals the past couple of weeks when the first 2 weeks of the month were a little slow.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Got to make HVAC. I feel like is going to start picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
I'm seeing 7 deals closed or proposals.
The first 10 clients in any new industry that we start are the hardest to get because everybody wants to know, oh, well, what is it like for my industry? I don't
wanna
care
be the
about your
first.
success in IT or roofing or cleaning or software or solar. And I'm like, dude, it's the same process. So you get one, like a West Coast Mechanical, which shout out to them for being the first one to start working with us and Rashawn.
Yeah.
But in 7 weeks, the Google review that she has is fantastic. She's already got a service contract signed. She's already got some project work signed. She's getting more appointments and more proposals, which are all going to start falling. So as that grows, it's going to be tough to refute. Like, it's just, is your market available? You know?
That's right.
Yeah, what'd she say? I hired Arsenal. This was 3 days ago. She said this. We hired Arsenal 7 weeks ago and have been working closely with Rashawn Dennis. I can't say enough about him. He hit the ground running and helped us close a couple of opportunities in a short time with his persistence and follow-up. When we signed with Arsenal, I was hopeful but unsure. Now, thanks to Rashawn, I'm truly a fan. I highly recommend them for any company looking to grow their business. They're absolutely worth it. Excited for what's ahead. Let's go.
Yeah.
Capital
In
G-O.
caps.
That's
Go.
huge.
She's awesome.
LFG.
Closers too. It helps if we set up sales appointments if you can close the deals too.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Just saying, it's kind of a two-way street. We'll do most of the lifting. Just do a little bit.
Yeah.
Give them a contract.
Yeah. That's
It's
it.
the easiest part. But I think we've overcome that with most of our clients.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Some of them. Did you hear the story of the day?
No, let's hear it.
We set a really important appointment for our guy here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I won't reference names, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That appointment was today. Okay. Our guy gets to the door,
Uh-huh.
and the security receptionist won't let him in. And guess what he does?
What?
Goes home. Can't get
Oh,
in.
God.
Can't get in. What would you do? Maybe like call the guy that you have the cell phone for, like the GM of the huge building? You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
You'd call him, say, hey, can you let me in?
Well, that's not
crazy.
good.
No.
It's crazy. Call the guy. We do all this work. We set up huge appointments,
Yeah.
life-changing appointments, business-changing appointments, and you're stopped at the front door.
They don't know.
You probably weren't going to make it anyways, man.
Yeah.
You probably
Anyway.
weren't going to make it anyways.
Yeah, it's important to look good online. I would, I know who we're talking about. We're not going to throw any specific shade, but I will say if we set up a sales appointment, most of the time the prospect has not been to your website. We
Yeah.
get it scheduled. Then when they
What's
go
the
to
first
your,
time they talk to you?
yeah, when they go to your website though, if it doesn't look great, it's that increases the odds of a cancellation or a no show substantially.
Or not opening the door.
Like
Not
it's
open
it's
the
tough to sell if they go to your website and find that you are poopchair.com and it's just like don't think I need that.
Not if it looks legit, dude. Not if you get there and you're like,
we'll build you a poopchair.com.
like, you're
that
telling
looks
me I can poop and
fantastic.
sit down in
Well,
the
it's-
chair at the same time.
I think the theme too is like our guys work so hard. We expect that out of our clients too, at times. And maybe they are
Sit
just a
down
poop
at the same
chair.
time?
Maybe.
I just need a
Maybe you
place
should
to
go do
sit.
something else. Maybe you're a retail guy, huh?
I think we could there could be a model range of poop chairs with different like trims, like the GT.
Yes. The SRT.
Your flower poop chairs.
This
and
is the
plain poop
the
chairs.
LTD, the luxury
The
edition.
poop chair Hellcat.
Yeah.
genuine leather.
the poop chair lightning.
The electric food chair. All right. Okay.
All right.
Now things started slow.
Yeah.
We're making the changes. We're picking it up. Maryville, since we're talking about sales development, I think it's going to open up early October.
When you're leaving us,
I got
you've had
a
enough.
night off tea time.
He's had enough of the poop chair. All right,
6:30.
Deelo.
Deelo,
Thank you.
see ya, bud.
See ya.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats. And we'll get going and wrap it up here soon.
Yeah.
So for sales development, Sam, give us the rundown. What happened
For
today,
your business?
yesterday? Summary.
I mean, we've gotten at least a new client every single day this week. So, I always tell prospects, I never know who's going to sign up, when or where they'll be, what industry they'll be. We are actively out here selling. I think we are at, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 14 or 15 today.
we're sitting on one right here.
Yeah, I saw the email come through. I don't know if it'll be accepted, but we do have another signed contract that came in. But we did get a client earlier today that actually, the cool story about this is we pitched this guy. We told him our services. We showed him how to sign up.
It's a funny thing.
And he said, you know what, I'm good. But ironically enough, he referred us out to somebody else who we had not had in our database in a market that was already full. And I think you talked to him.
Yep.
And basically stuck by your guns and said, hey, I'm loyal to my guys. I've got a partner in this market, but we'll let you know if things change.
Yep.
So I called him back, the guy that referred him, and thanked him. I think we even offered him a gift card, to like Starbucks or something, just as a thank you. And the first thing he said was, wait, is my territory still available? I was like,
Maybe.
I don't know. What territory do you want? And found a territory that he wanted, and he signed up on the phone. And we got a new client out of it.
That's awesome.
Glad
So-
it happened. I thought that might happen. I got done. That's why I spent the time
Yeah.
on the phone with a gentleman that called us,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't available.
Yeah.
I talked him through, gave him some pointers, got the details about who referred us,
Yeah.
and then you make a call because you never know.
And that's what you got to do, because sales is letting people know your service, how to move forward, if it's available or if it's not. You just be transparent with them, and then at some point, someone will come back and buy when they're
No.
ready.
I heard it's taking 9 steps. I heard it's having a get to know you meeting, then the smoochy meeting, and then let me look at your
Stuff,
office,
your office.
and then you come look at my office, and then sit through, fill out this form, and then come back for a presentation. It's a slideshow. It's
And
really
then-
good.
and
It's
then
90 minutes long.
Forgot
and then
about the
you
lunch-
then you get
the lunch
pricing.
meeting
Yeah,
in
The
there.
lunch meeting.
Yeah, you forgot about let me scare your pants off about what you're not doing right.
If you don't work with me, you go out of business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
And then by next year, I'll give you the price.
Yeah, I know. It's like, sorry, I already signed up with somebody else.
Yeah, dude, I had somebody else that called me, pitched me, gave me a contract. I went with them.
I'm telling you, man. Tesla sells a gazillion cars because you can buy it on your phone.
Yeah. So what's the new one that signed up? 'Cause I didn't even look at the email.
It is for Toronto,
Canada.
Canada.
We do serve the U.S. and Canada. For those watching that don't know,
Are we going to start calling into Australia, New Zealand? Yeah,
No.
England.
Australia doesn't export anything other than that one video of the guy fighting the kangaroo. That's like their
That's
only
a-
export.
Well, the breakdancing,
Talking
ray
about-
gun.
Yeah, we saw how well that went.
The meme world. was
Australia, there's
on
business in
fire.
Australia. What the heck
They don't
are you talking about?
Yeah, but what's the thing they make?
They don't
What do they
export.
make?
Boomerangs.
Yeah, what do they make? Boomerangs. And what's the thing?
Don't
the,
look.
The
What do
long,
they make?
What's
What's
the
one
They
thing?
make-
What's the long thing that's like?
They make Fosters.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, didgeridoo.
That's it.
Didgeridoo?
Yeah,
Didgeridoo?
they make those.
That's actually not them. It's the it's
Aborigines?
Aborigine. Yeah, it's the
so
sorry.
boomerangs.
That counts as
Boomerang.
What do you mean? They're Australian.
No,
What?
it's like the little chain of islands above Australia.
There's not
What?
Aborigines
Aborigine islands
on
yeah.
Australia. There's none
I'm
on
sure
the
there
mainland.
are.
I mean, we
But
could
that's not
fact
where
check
they're
this. I'm not sure that we're 100% accurate in what we're saying, but
What do you mean?
so
We're
far,
Americans.
so far it's
Just
just
shoot from the hip.
so far it's just
Apologize later.
boomerangs. But
Boomerang.
They make Fosters, dude.
maybe they'll start making poop chairs after
when you go to
watching today's
Outback-
podcast.
When you go to Outback Steakhouse, Fosters.
best restaurant
Oh
ever.
yeah, dude.
Best restaurant
They're
ever.
responsible for Outback.
Outback Steakhouse.
No, they're not.
I mean,
The
it's-
first Outback was started in Tampa,
It's
Florida.
inspired by.
delicious.
And they're the original of the Bloomin' Onion. I say this because I worked there for 10 years, and it is still my favorite place to go.
The
Won't
one,
find a
the
better
one
steak.
time I did go to Mexico, and I'll never go back.
You went to Mexico? You said you've never been.
I've been to Mexico
You're
one
still
time.
not going to come for my wedding?
No, the planes are falling out of the sky.
my g-
Planes are
Well,
falling out of the sky.
We'll fall out together.
Yes, they are.
Remember-
every time you turn the
we ra-
news on, there's a new like airplane that had a problem and blah 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 blah. Yes, look it up.
We ride together. We die together.
Yeah.
Bad boys
I
for
think
life.
Boeing just like furloughed a gazillion people too. It's like it's not looking good if you're riding airplanes. It's not looking good.
My dad works at
But anyway,
I think it's hype.
staying at a resort and right across the street was an Outback Steakhouse, and it probably would have been fine to go. Yeah, I wanted to go so bad, but I would
in
not leave the
Cancun.
resort. Yeah,
There's one in in downtown Cancun.
Yeah.
I know where that one's at. I've seen it before. I
Almost-
almost walked in.
I almost went, but I was afraid to leave the resort. I do not want to.
Yeah. We went to Outback in Las Vegas though, and that was on like the third story.
We took an elevator.
We took an elevator to get to this
an
Outback.
Outback.
That's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
It was pretty good.
It doesn't matter where you go. Outback is great.
When does
everywhere.
Conor McGregor fight again?
I don't exactly know,
God,
but I
we're
know
getting
he's
off
about to go.
topic.
I know he's about to go into the arena and he's about to bang heads off the canvas, and that's just facts.
You have to link that video.
I will.
Put that in the
Matt,
description.
can
Matt.
you link our Vegas trip from a couple years ago where we went to the McGregor fight? For those of you watching at home, you will find my soul leave my body, heartbroken.
Make sure you put
when
that part in
McGregor
there.
Ghost White? That's
lost.
my favorite
yeah.
part.
It was a fun day until like 11 o'clock where he broke his ankle.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
will just say he didn't get defeated. He lost.
His body.
Okay.
Lost him. Yeah. I mean,
He lost that fight. No one beat
listen,
him.
no one likes picking on
Lost,
Sam.
losing.
No one likes picking on Sam more than me.
it's
but
pretty
I
hard to do.
genuinely felt bad for you that you had
I
this
didn't.
whole fun day. You get to go see your
Dude,
hero,
I
your
couldn't stop
hero, your
laughing.
role model.
The double
And he just
the double
snaps-
champ does
snaps
what he
his
wants. All right.
I
The double champ.
erupted. I started laughing. I could
I mean,
not
so did
stop
I,
laughing.
but I still felt bad. was like,
I
oh,
seem to
man.
remember you shed a tear in your eye.
I did not cry about Conor McGregor.
from laughter.
Oh, you're right. It
From
was
after-
when we saw the Donald. That was when you shed the tear.
Oh, yeah,
we
he
saw
was there.
We saw, Donnie
was
graced us
there,
with
I
his
forgot.
presence. That was pretty
I bet
sweet.
that was really cool.
Dude, here's the thing: they didn't show it, but that whole arena
Entire
did a
place stood up.
standing ovation for him.
Yeah.
and they cut that
I
out
believe
on the actual thing. Like we saw him walk in, and everyone stopped, applauded.
I believe
like
that.
he
'Cause they
gets-
hate him.
Yeah, because they hate him. Exactly.
Right.
They love him. The media.
Anyway, no, I mean, what? He's good friends with
Dana
right?
White, yeah.
Dana White's good friend to everybody. He's a legit.
He's not a friend of the
businessman.
Peloton guy.
Yeah,
you seen
sure.
the Peloton
Yeah,
thing?
because you heard what he did to Theo
we're
Vaughn.
not gonna go all the way into that, but
no.
yeah, you know, I heard that.
We're just
No,
picking-
they basically
picking
said
so many enemies on
you
this
gotta,
episode.
Yeah, they were threatening to
Boeing.
pull their sponsorship.
Peloton.
Dana's friend
It's
told
the
him.
news, dude. I turn on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It says that. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Dana's like, cool. Take all those Pelotons out of the gym tomorrow. And I was like, whew, that's
And then
loyalty.
we'll do a Peloton knockoff. Yeah, like the same
Whatever.
thing. It's the same deal. Okay, so we got new deals.
Yep.
A deal came in while we were doing the podcast,
Yep.
which is great. We want to work with managed IT companies, HVAC, roofers.
Anyone B2B.
All you got to do is go to the website and hit the start button, watch the video. Sooner or later, somebody else will do the video because I know it's not easy to listen or look at me on that video.
So
So I appreciate you suffering through it.
Just let me know when you want me to go to makeup.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'll do it in my
I don't
Conor
know if it would
McGregor
be any better.
accent the entire time.
Makeup?
He thinks
Yeah,
he should
put me
do
in
the
makeup.
self-guided video.
I thought
You know
already
how it
wore
works in
some.
Hollywood?
What were
Oh, you
doing?
already wear makeup.
No,
putting
I
it on?
make things up. You might have.
Your
you might have.
eyelashes are very thick. I mean, are you sure?
Hey,
Not
don't
touching
blame
them all?
God because I'm beautiful.
Dude, you know
Yeah,
who they make
handsome
fun
was
of?
never the
They make
problem.
fun of the JD Vance guy for wearing eyeliner. Have you seen that?
Well, I mean, I would too.
Do you think he wears eyeliner?
It kind of looks like it.
It kind of does.
Kind of does.
Is his favorite
Kinda
band AFI?
Don't pick on
Because
me.
I mean,
No,
then,
it's
then there's
Angels
a
and
reason for
Airwaves,
it.
bro.
Then there's a reason for it.
Hey, dude, I love Angel. I love a little whiny. I love it, dude. Whining, closing deals.
Yeah.
Dude, are we gonna start an Arsenal band? What would we call it?
Poop chair.
Triple O. Out of office. Triple
I don't know.
O.
If you're still with us, I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know.
So multiple deals coming in. It looks like we're going to hit around 15 deals by the end of today or the weekend.
Today's also the deadline for October sign up. So
September sign up.
Well,
October sales.
for sales meetings, right?
You're not in charge of sales, are you? Are you on the phone telling people this stuff?
I say a lot of things. I don't have it written down.
Better hurry up, dude. March is closing. It's closing. With his eyes crossed on it. Boy, yeah.
People
I can tell.
People are talking.
I'm just kidding. You're doing a great job. Yeah, so we'll, I don't know. We'll probably get this deal signed off on, be around 15. We were hoping to be ahead of pace. I think with the hiccups and all that stuff going on, we will probably exceed our goal.
Yeah.
Or, get close to it. At least the minimum goal. There might be a stretch goal to.
We're pacing.
We'll get close to it.
I did the math today. We're pacing for about 20 to 25.
If we were just hitting the sales appointments for Arsenal,
Yeah.
we would be destroying it. We're defying the odds with closed deals right now.
Yeah.
Just defying it. And that's, I hate not being on pace, but, for appointments.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that in the different business units that we have, when one is behind or one needs some help, the other can kind of like step up, kick it in high gear, and not just point the finger and blame at people and stuff. Say like, hey, we do need this and we expect it, but I'm going to put on my Superman cape and go, close some deals. I think it's fun. It's cool. And I'm out there. With the one deal that we answered today, answer the phone, dude. If you own a company, answer your phone. The guy could not believe I answered the phone.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like I own the company. Of course I answer the phone. I'm like, what am I going to do? Let it go to voicemail?
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's money on the line. So again, it's pretty easy stuff. What's next, Matt? We'll go real quick.
Moving forward is closed deals and proposals.
Close deals.
We just did that.
I know. Well, for BDRs, like Adam Broughton got out a nice one for about 150K. I know he closed his-
Superior Roof for
yeah.
Adam Broughton, 149.9 with an incentive to sign the contract now.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wow, ruthless.
You had
I love
R4
that.
close their first project this week. They've been with us for a couple weeks.
River City, that's Newman, or not Newman, that was Gridley got one out. Let's go to closed deals. R4 closed deal.
Yeah.
That was yesterday. I'll say Gridley got a nice review from.
Lead IT Consulting in Portland. Bob actually called me today, and typically when clients get their first deal closed, I like to call them and just say, "Hey, heard about your win. Just wanted to tell you that's awesome. First of many." Because I'm usually the first person they speak to, and a lot of people are on the fence, like, "Oh, does this work? Does this not?" So when they close, it's almost like a, "Hey, you got one.
Told you so."
Just like I told you would, right? All right. Hey, let's go get some more.
It's actually funny. The guys over at Varner Roofing, he took a vacation the very first week when Parker got started, and I ended up on the phone with him. I think Brock and Pat were tied up, and I was talking to him and just reassured him that it was going to be fine. Parker probably have a couple waiting for you by the time you get back, and I think. Now, 3 weeks through the month, Parker's got like 7 or 8 meetings already for him. Just sent him over all the proposals today, and
You did send over the proposals today?
I think so.
God.
Well, we haven't heard about.
Can you think about
I want to
that?
know how much those are for.
You sign up, you're skeptical. Of course, why wouldn't you be skeptical?
Right.
In our space, there's so many bad things going on.
Companies
and
that burn
then you get the 7 appointments, basically while you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and I don't know.
Awesome.
I didn't get the feel that he was like skeptical, but like, he's going out of town for a week and he doesn't usually take a vacation. So he was just checking.
Yeah.
We were a piece of his business that
Yeah.
he wanted to make sure was ready to go.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
cool.
No, it is cool.
Appreciate you.
And you
Thanks,
put your,
Warner.
You put your word on the line, and then Parker does a great job, and he comes back from vacation, and just
Some
has
more
a ton of meetings.
with some more deals closing. So it's getting kind of tough to keep track of. There's all kinds of
There's a
deals
lot.
coming in here. All right, now let's talk about what's next. Is it current event stuff?
I was gonna say I got a couple minutes in me, but I gotta roll here.
Let's wrap it up here. Anything big happening in the news? Pop culture?
Square just laid off 1,000 people in St. Louis.
Really? 1,000?
I
Wow.
think I know why DJ's here.
Okay,
Yes.
come on, DJ, come over here. What's going on?
I can. Do you want me to predict? Because I can say with like 90.
Is this his deal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this your Monday guy?
No, we talked to him an hour ago.
Your Monday guy you talked to an hour ago?
Oh yeah. He talked to him on Monday and set it up for today, and then
This deal that's in the inbox.
right. I think
Yeah.
so. Is that why you're here? Is that why you got that smile on your face?
That is why I'm here.
Yeah,
That's why I have that smile on my face.
Look at that skeezy
Did
little
he
smile he's
did he
got on
email
it.
you?
He
Did
emailed
ya?
me, and then he and I talked for quite a while afterwards.
About hockey or what?
Hockey was part of it. We're best friends now.
Yeah.
Today I made a lot of best friends.
Well,
but
good.
Yeah, he.
I wouldn't say we're best friends, but we're close.
Not you and I. Me and Erez has been.
Oh, okay.
But no, what was crazy was that he told me, like, because of the timing, that the day that I called him was the day that his BDR left. She put in her resignation and was done. I called him an hour later, and then we scheduled that appointment.
Wow.
And he was like, I don't know if you believe in God, or I don't know if you believe in, some sort of universe thing. He said this to me. You can listen to the call. But he was like, I don't know what it is, but it was on the dot the day that my person left. I told you to call me when Toronto opens up. It had been 4 years.
Divine.
He remembered everything about us after going through his email.
He did pull up the email
It
from
is
you
gonna
in
suck.
February of 2020. When you
from
first,
me?
yeah, you
Yeah.
first emailed him in February of 2020, and he goes, "I didn't get the territory because like I wouldn't think about it or something, and someone else signed up, so I missed out."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I told you to call me when it opened back up," and Dalton goes, "What do you think I did on Monday?" Like he's like 4 years later. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been 4
For
years.
Toronto, you said?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
Toronto.
I mean, yeah. That,
Now
that's
it hasn't. I don't know that it's been countersigned yet.
I haven't countersigned. I was going to say, dude, it's going to suck when I decline to sign this.
Come on.
well,
Dude, he's asking for
DJ, I got
there's a lot of people
14
with
meetings a
Toronto
month.
that want it.
There's a former
I know.
client
There's
I
a
talked
former,
with today that,
really?
that wants it back. I know it's tough. I got to imagine I'll probably end up signing off on this DJ just because I don't want to. But man, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough because there's two deals. He's got an IT company and an SEO company.
This guy?
No,
No.
my guy.
Also,
I pitched him digital marketing
What's
last
first
year.
come, first serve? Did he sign his?
No, it ain't first come, first serve. What are you talking
come
about?
on.
he also has a
Most of the
location in
time.
Fort Myers, and he said if we do well for him, he wants to
Oh, look at that. There you
expand
go.
it down to Fort Myers.
Whoa.
Also, he told us if Vancouver ever becomes available, he wants Vancouver.
Can you start closing your appointments as hard as you're closing me? Let's do that.
That's what I did. We
There we go.
got a deal.
There we go. There we go.
I
appreciate
have,
it.
I have to slide out of here.
Okay, you can get on
We're
out
not
of here.
done in the next like 2 minutes, but
I think 5:30 will be done.
So now
Well,
the podcast can start.
yeah, we're gonna start it up. Well, hang around for the finish. We'll finish it up here. In current events, I think the big thing. What do you mean? You getting all nervous?
Oh, no. I was just waiting for Sam to leave so we could start.
No, Sam did a good job. Anyway, the pager fiasco thing happened.
Oh, that was crazy.
Evidently, they what I've heard is they made a fake company to manufacture pagers, submitted for the bids, so that they could win the bid and look legit. Create a bunch of shell companies. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. That's the word
long
on the
con.
street. Yeah, dude, crazy. Made a company to blast them.
Wild.
Crazy stuff. If there's a lesson in that, it's over preparation.
Or don't use a pager anymore.
Don't use a pager either. Anyway, another thing is P. Diddy got picked up, dude.
with 1,000
I
bottles
said he's on
of lube
Suicide Watch.
and baby oil. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
1,000
too. His life
oh,
is
is he?
over. He's probably going to jail.
He's
for
on
like,
the Epstein watch, dude.
Yeah, he's for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there's a whole documentary. Did he kill Tupac?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He's-
it's
He
pretty-
did?
Yeah, it's
He's-
like pretty well known.
He's going to
Diddy got picked up with, you said 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
over 1,000
And
bottles
over
of
400
baby oil and lube.
dildos. And-
Yeah, he's going. He's going to NWO
that seems
jail.
like too many. It's just like, what are you going to do with all
I
those?
don't know, dude. How many people is in your house?
You don't need that many.
I don't know why you need more than. I mean, one is one.
Sam,
but like more
Sam
than
got
what,
up on the sales
400?
floor and he goes, dude, one's fine. And we were like,
Depends on who
what?
you are.
what?
All right. On that note,
On that note, he's going to get out of here.
I got to get going.
One's okay. Do-do-do-do. So,
Really?
yeah. Don't run weird sex trafficking rings. That's a good way to not go to prison. That's the word of advice for today. Yeah, my wife's calling me. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to tell her I'm hanging up. Hey, babe.
I'll see you on the next.
I'm doing the podcast thing. I'm wrapping up. Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.
Have a good
Okay.
weekend.
So there's that. DJ, congratulations. I think I'll sign off on this deal. Amazing. Go have a great weekend.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, are we playing hockey?
I just recruited a new guy to play cello. His name
Well, he can try out. I mean,
Playing hockey like on Xbox here or like at home when you guys go log in?
yeah. I mean, you put a lot of emphasis on Xbox there, but yeah, we play hockey.
Okay. I'm just wondering if you need to leave to go play hockey now, or if you're talking about later when you meet up for your hockey league.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, later. Okay.
When we meet up.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else interesting happening in the news?
The pager thing was crazy. I couldn't believe how many people
Blows
still
my
use
mind.
pagers, but
They don't. Well, they don't. That's the point. They not that many people actually use pagers. The Hezbollah guys. It was like, don't use a cell phone because they can hack your phone. Use a pager instead.
yeah.
I think pagers are kind of like, if you're doing you're afraid you're getting tracked. They use
Like
pagers.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
I that's one I haven't watched yet.
I haven't watched it either. Who stars in The Wire?
I heard it's really good.
Who's the guy?
Michael B. Jordan is
Yeah, that's right.
younger guy on there. That's where he like started out. But
Is that the Idris Elba one? Or no? Am I thinking of the wrong one?
I don't think he might. I don't think he's in that.
he's like a 14-year-old in the show, but he ends up being in can't think of any of his other films.
Maybe he's in a different one. I get the Blacklist mixed up with The Wire, I think.
Yeah.
The Black anyway. Anything else?
No.
Anything coming to mind?
Nothing crazy. No, I mean sports. Shohei Ohtani is the 50
Tainted. It's not real. I don't care.
What?
It's so easy to steal bases now. There's a timer.
Dude, he looks kind
doesn't
of
count.
He looks kind of pudgy. And I was thinking the same thing. I was
Probably.
like, how do you steal so much?
Anybody can steal a base now, basically.
And they made the bases bigger.
Yeah. Asterisk. No. But I tell you what, though.
50 home runs.
I don't know if he'd steal 50 bases. He would still probably steal like 30 or something like that, without the rules, and still hit a bunch of bombs.
Did you see what he did in the game to get there? He went 6 for 6.
Yeah, like three
Three
home runs.
2 stolen bases, 2
10
doubles,
RBIs.
Yeah, like the best single performance in a baseball game ever.
I didn't have a tenth of that, I think, in a college season. Yeah, dude, what a stud. Anyway,
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Matt, you got anything else?
The only thing left on our list is upcoming projects or any business tips.
Yeah, dude. The big business tip is trying to bring it into just real life stuff. Like I said, vet out your suppliers, right? If it's too good to be true, like it probably is. So when you're checking us out and you're like, yeah, it seems like a good vibe. It's kind of expensive. There's somebody, I talked to a guy today. He's probably gonna miss out on this deal for Toronto. We're gonna go with DJs. He's probably gonna miss because he's vetting more or less us against an option on Fiverr.
Ew. That's
Nothing against-
disrespectful.
No, well, nothing against guys on Fiverr or whatever, but it's like, I think you're probably rolling the dice a little bit more on Fiverr than you are with us.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
So, like, are you rolling the dice buying, your pagers from this other? Now, again, we're probably not giving enough credit to the guys in charge of setting up all the logistics of the shell companies and stuff. But again, if somebody just made those pagers purchases just because they were cheap, God, jeez, so yeah, crazy. Anyway, that's a big one. And then, yeah, dude, just don't do shady stuff. I know I've sent some pretty hot emails before, and it's documented that I'm getting up somebody's butt, or somebody try telling us they're not paying commission to the rep or whatever, and I got some choice words or whatever. I'm not really, if that gets posted, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel about guys that skimp on paying people the commission they're owed, like the Diddy stuff. Don't throw weird sex parties.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't have something come out that you pay people to leave reviews on G2 or something like that. Don't do whatever, because I think pretty much eventually somebody's going to find out what's going on. Again, everybody makes
gonna get out.
mistakes, but yeah, stuff. When you got 400 things in your house and 1,000 bottles of baby oil,
Yeah.
that's going to get out. That's going to be ugly.
Or at least just don't be the host. It's like weird. He just has that on hand.
It's like a boat, like boats, pools, and crazy rap sex orgies. Like, it's better when it's somebody else.
Yeah.
All right, see you next time.
Jesus.